Hi, this is GamGam. Welcome back to GamGam Storytime. I want to read you a special story today, Raggedy Ann and How She Got Her Candy Heart. This story is adapted from stories by Johnny Grunell, and the illustrations are by Jan Palmer. So let's find out about Raggedy Ann. Look at all the pictures of Raggedy Ann. She's a rag doll. How Raggedy Ann got her candy heart. I didn't know she had a candy heart, so let's find out. One day, Marcella came into the nursery. "You're invited to a tea party," she told the dolls. "We can sit outside and watch the men painting the house." She's going to get all her dolls together. See, there they are. Marcella brought all of her dolls outside. They sat in red chairs at her table under the old apple tree. They drank lemonade with grape jelly in it, which made it a beautiful lavender color. They ate cream puffs and tiny little cookies with powdered sugar. The sun was shining and the soft breeze was blowing while Marcella and the dolls were having their tea party. Men were painting the house. One of the painters saw Raggedy Ann. "Look at that rag doll," she said. "She's a daisy." So here's the next picture. Raggedy Ann didn't notice the painters because she was watching some boys who were flying a kite. One boy lifted the kite above his head while another held a ball of string. Suddenly, a breeze took the kite for its first flight. Look at that. The kite climbed high in the air. Then it fell down. "It needs a longer tail," one boy shouted. "Let's tie Raggedy Ann to the tail," Marcella suggested. "I think she would enjoy a trip way up in the sky." Look at that. The boys are tying Raggedy Ann to the tail of the kite. The boys were delighted with this new idea, so Raggedy Ann was tied to the tail of the kite. Raggedy Ann, she was happy too. She thought she might like to be up high. Oh, look at that. This time the kite rose high, straight in the air, and Raggedy Ann was way, way and far away. How Raggedy Ann enjoyed being up there. She could see for miles. The houses and children were tiny, and her shoe-button eyes couldn't even spot the other dolls. Just then, there was a big, giant puff of wind, and Raggedy Ann heard a ripping sound. Oh no. It was the rag that had tied her to the kite. Down below, Marcella was getting restless. "Will you please pull the kite down now?" she asked the boys. "I want Raggedy Ann." The boys didn't want Raggedy Ann to come down. But the wind puffed again, and the rag tore. Oh no. The rag tore that was holding on to Raggedy Ann. Raggedy Ann went sailing through the air as the wind caught in her skirts. The kite began darting and swooping to the ground, and it landed in an apple tree. And as the boys, Marcella, and all the other dolls watched, Raggedy Ann flew out of the sky and fell into a can of paint. Do you see her there? She's flying down, and there's the can of paint that she's going to land in. Marcella ran to her doll. Oily white house paint covered Raggedy Ann's hair and her shoe-button eyes. It covered her pretty blue dress and her striped stockings. It soaked into her cotton stuffing. Oh, poor Raggedy Ann. You see, Marcella's a little distressed. The nice painter who liked Raggedy Ann fished her out of the paint can. "My goodness," he said. He looked at Marcella. "If you let me, I'll take her home with me. I'll clean her up tonight and bring her back." Marcella nodded. She was just too upset to speak. The nice painter wrapped up Raggedy Ann in newspaper, and then he brought her home. And he washed her in a tub. See him washing Raggedy Ann, getting all that paint out of her. Then he put her feet in the clothes wringer. Ooh, ouch. And his wife turned the crank. It was hard work. You see them working hard? But Raggedy Ann came through the clothes wringer. She was flat as a pancake. And so was her smile, all flattened out. The painter hung Raggedy Ann in the clothesline, and he and his wife sat down to dinner. See Raggedy Ann through the window? She's out there hanging on the clothesline, and they're sitting down to eat their dinner. Raggedy Ann swung upside down on the clothesline. Even after the sun went down, it was still warm outside. See, Raggedy Ann's drying away in the sun. Well, it's not sunny anymore, but she's drying away outside in the nice warm air. She wasn't lonely because of the moon and the stars were keeping her company. Did you see that? There's the moon up there, and there's some stars. Just before dawn, a robin and his wife flew by. Oh, there they are. There's the robin and his wife. They're flying by to visit Raggedy Ann. Wonder what's going to happen now. They asked Raggedy Ann if they could have some of her yarn hair to line a nest for their little babies. Raggedy Ann just smiled at them. They took yarn from her head and some of her cotton stuffing. Oh no. When the sun was way up, see, it's all nice and bright now. The sun was way up and Raggedy Ann was quite dry and toasty warm. The painter unclipped her from the clothesline and brought her back inside. Uh-oh, what are they going to do? He sewed more yarn on for her hair. Then he took out the rest of her old stuffing and filled her with full of fluffy new white cotton. Don't sew her up yet, said his wife. Oh, I wonder why. She pulled a paper bag from a cupboard, reached inside, and fished out a red candy heart. It had blue letters printed on it that said, I love you. Isn't that cool? How nice. Very sweet. The painter took the heart from his wife. He poked it inside Raggedy Ann, just where her heart would be. Put it inside her. And then he sewed her up. Oh. Just like new. Then he said goodbye to his wife and went back to finish painting Marcella's family house. So he's going back to Marcella's. There's Marcella at her home. Marcella and the dolls had passed a sad night. They missed their friend, and they wondered if they would ever see her again. See Marcella with her dolls? They're all sad, and they're all wondering, how's Raggedy Ann doing? Will we see her tomorrow? When will we see her again? But look at Raggedy Ann. And look at Marcella. She's so excited and happy to see Raggedy Ann. When the painter arrived, they were waiting under the apple tree. Here she is, said the painter, fresh as a daisy. Marcella hugged Raggedy Ann. Oh, she smelled so good. It was so great to have her back. And then she could join the tea party with all the other dolls. That night, the dolls arranged themselves around Raggedy Ann in the nursery, and she told them about being washed and put through the clothes wringer. She told them about Mama and Papa Robin and about being asked about and about being dried and stuffed and made just like new. And last of all, she told them about her new candy heart that said, I love you. And that's it for Raggedy Ann. Wasn't that a nice story? We'll have to see if we can find more Raggedy Ann stories, but that's the first one. Thank you for watching with me. I hope that you're having a great day. I love you. Bye-bye.